I'm pretty excited today. We're getting all of our Egyptians out and doing a good weigh-in. This is Big Girl. I'm gonna do introductions for all of our Egyptian crew. But this is Big Girl. She's amazing. See you in a minute. Pretty soon we're going to be meeting all of our Egyptians in just a little bit, but what we do is we get all of our Egyptians out of the cage. All the cages, they are of all the species we keep, this is the dirtiest one. They are dirty, they're just big, they have big poops, they eat big, they poop big. So it takes a little while to get all their enclosures cleaned out. I use a shop vac. I use two different litter scoopers. One has a really big, it can get the big stuff out, and then when it comes to getting like little dried greens and stuff, I use the one with the little tiny holes. Maybe that's OCD, but whatever. And that's what I do. But I'll get all the big pieces out, the big piece of tile. This is Big Girl's enclosure. We have a large tote back here with a big old drain pipe that's next. That's actually her lay bin. We leave it in year round. They use it as a hide, but not only that, when it comes time to actually lay eggs, they're comfortable with it because it's been in their cage, you know, all year. I do use a mix of sand. She has dirt and a little bit of even mulch. I don't even know how the mulch, I guess it was in the dirt and she flings the mulch out. So it's like the dirt stays in her lay bin with sand and she like gets the mulch out. But anyway, so there's like a little bit of mulch and dirt mixed in with her sand. So it's a little brown looking, but that's just the dirt mixed in. So what we do is we sift it all. I use my shop vac to vacuum it out of the sifter. I go in all these tiles that are in here. I wash them off, scrub them, and then well, that's about it. That's what we do. Alright y'all, moment of truth. We got all the big stuff cleared out, all the tile, all the big cavers. There's nothing left in there but her lay bin, which is big, and there's no point in bringing that out. And then what I do is I just start sifting and vacuuming. So, sit back and enjoy the most fun part. Don't forget to rehydrate. All right, so vacuumed out, everything's washed out, put back in, food's still in there, because we already fed her today. It's the afternoon time. They love it. I normally put a little pile of bee pollen in there just to say thank you for being so sweet and being pulled out of your cage and being so nice, and not to whipping me. You know, I give them a little treat on these days. But once it's all vacuumed out, it's just beautiful. They love it. They go exploring all over again, but I really do try and still keep everything, all the furniture in a cage, I try to keep exact to what it was beforehand. They don't like change, so if their tiles and their branches are set in a certain way, you can clean everything you want, but try to put it back in the same manner. They just don't like change. So typically when they go back in and everything looks the same and it's just the substrate that's all cleaned out, they're happy and they just go around exploring and they don't act weird at all. They eat right away, poop right away, bask right away. So after we introduce you to all of our Egyptians, I will let you see when we put Big Girl back into her brand new clean enclosure. But for now, I gotta clean the rest of these bad boys because we're getting all these Egyptians out and to get some natural UVB and a weigh in today. So stay tuned, it's up next. Hi, this is Tina from Dragontopia. We do this once a year, so we really want to share it with y'all. It is almost September 1st, so we are in the process of preparing all of our guys to get ready for brumation. So one time a year, we get them all out, take a look at every body part, make sure they're nice and fat, healthy, fatten them up this time of year. We start setting the timers back a little. It's a very slow progression over the next 2 to 3 months to where the legs are much shorter in the winter time. Cool the entire facility down. So today is the day we pulled all of our Egyptians out. I know it doesn't look very classy. We only do this once a year, so forgive that. But they are in individual tubs just because I don't want any fighting. On days like this, we're outside just because we need the room. I may use gloves. It's not because they're mean or they bite or anything like that. It's just they're a little freaked out. They're outside. They're not outside often. It's only in little bits of time. So I wanted to introduce you to our Egyptian crew. So come on and let's check them out. Hit record at any point.
It's recording now, so.
Okay, hello. All right, who do we have in here? They're probably all going to freak out when I take the lid off. So this is Phoenix. She's one of our females. Great size. She'll be definitely paired next year. We did try in 2020, but she just wasn't feeling it. But this is Phoenix. She's absolutely gorgeous. She's had a great shed this year. She's freaked out by being outside, but she's a great weight. We just weighed them all. Of course, I left my weights all inside. All of the females this year, short of one of them, is between 800 gram and 1,000 grams. So they are nice big girls, ready for some eggs. But we have to have a nice brumation first. Nice cold winter. I'm gonna zoom in, get a pretty face. She's got a little shed on her face, still working, but she's beautiful. She's always been really quite tame. Takes bee pollen and flowers right from your hand when you open the cage. So that's Phoenix. I'll put her back in. This is Big Girl. Hi, baby. Big Girl's our longest female. I can't even, if you can see, she doesn't even really fit on the forearm. She's our longest girl. I haven't measured her length in a while. I know she's very close to 1 gram weight. She's got a gnarly shed happening right now, so she's about to bust open the shed. But she's very, very friendly. She's probably our most friendly female that we have. Again, she will take bee pollen from your hand. Loves flowers, but she is beautiful. Hopeful eggs for her in 2021 again. They really don't like being outside. Who is this? This is Mo. If you were to rate animals on nicest to meanest, he's the meanest. But he's not ever tried to bite me. He just has a gnarly tail whip. He has a really nasty tail whip. He's already gotten me once today. If you can just see the size of his tail, it's so thick. And it's so sharp, and he doesn't like when I touch it. But he is a big boy. Not one of our longest males, but he's got these beautiful red eyes. I love it. I love his red eyes. Nice and thick. He's one of our, if you kind of gauge our male breeders, he's one of our rougher ones. He's not as gentle as our other adult male. But still quite an impressive beast. Let them just very upset being outside. All right. This is Larry. So Larry is our most gentle and sweetest, and can you tell? Can you tell? He's our most gentle and sweetest and nicest and tamest. He's just outside and a little freaked out. It's okay, buddy. It's just me. Yeah, bud. So this is Larry. He's probably our smallest male. Still quite impressive. He's not liking being outside, but he's our most gentle breeder, and he is our tamest by far. You open the door and he comes running. He wants the affection and the attention. He wants the bee pollen and the flowers and the lentils for treats. But he is still so impressive. And he's a very gentle breeder. Thank goodness one of them does. Oh, this is, are you recording? All right, let me start. All right. So this is Curly. He is probably the Egyptian that we are most excited about. Man, you should see a before and after of this dude. He's not one of the nice ones, but he's quite an impressive dude. He has grown. He's awesome English there. He has grown so much in this past year. He is very angry at me. He does not like these gloves. 1 single second he does not like these gloves. He's so mad. And a good hiss. Thank you. I appreciate that hiss. But he is one perfect specimen. When he first came to us, we were actually thinking he was a microlepis, because when he was younger, that pattern was quite strong. But over time, that pattern has gone away. He has some very specific side flank scales here that are very indicative of just an Egyptian, just a Egyptia, as well as no yellow whatsoever. It's just gray and black. So over time, we've definitely decided he is not microlepis. He is Egyptian, which excited us because we don't have any micros, so that wouldn't have done very well for us. I know some people that would have been happy with that, but he's amazing. He's probably 4 times the size he was when we first got him a year ago. And his name is Curly. So if you haven't noticed, our males are named Larry, Mo, and Curly. So he's the one we're most excited about because we think he's going to be absolutely massive. We think he is maybe 3 years old. We didn't see any mating behavior whatsoever, so we don't even think he is even sexually mature yet. So we're real excited for him. We're thinking he may get very, very beastly in size when he's finally ready. He's not a fan of us, right, Bubba? Okay, I'll put you back since you're so mad. I'm like, I have to like wrap my brain around it. This is Prima. Okay. You ready? Okay. So this is Prima. We actually named her Prima. Is she angry? Named her Prima once we realized we'd had her for a while, and it took me a long time to like figure out some names for everybody. But we named her Prima just because she ended up being the first Egyptian that became gravid with us at Dragontopia. So now, unfortunately, she was definitely gravid. I mean, you can tell from pictures, the way her behavior, everything about it. She never laid those eggs, or maybe they were just follicles. They could have just been follicles, but she did reabsorb them, so we never did get eggs from her. But named her Prima because she was the first gravid female that we had of this species. Because this is definitely a project that we've been working on for a while, is getting a established Egyptian breeding colony. Now they are all single housed, so they don't see each other until springtime. She, as you can tell, has a crazy looking shed. Oh, she's mad. She has a crazy looking shed happening right now, but that's great. but she's also a big healthy girl. Let's get some of this extra stuff off. It's just kind of hanging. They don't like it when you do this, but I think if you can just get that extra stuff hanging off. So she'll end up getting all this rest of this off, but she is a big girl. And she's got a little shed under her chin. There she goes. A little mouth open there. Are you mad? Yeah. So strange enough, I don't know if you can see it in the video or not, some of the females in particular, there's like a toe or two that is real, I don't know, sensitive to losing it. And we've never had one get a toe get lost here, but I don't know if it's because their toes are so long and one of the knuckles is a little bit more susceptible to injury. We single house all of our Egyptians, so there's no fighting here, but there most likely was in their past. So a lot of them come and they're missing like a tip of one of their toes. So I don't know if it's Egyptians in particular. I've noticed of our inventory of all of our animals, the Egyptians are the most common ones that have like a little piece of their toe missing. I don't know, maybe it's just because they're longer. So this is our smallest female. I'm not sure if she'll ever breed for us. We'll find out, but she's about 300 grams right now. Her name is Kitty. I know that's funny, but she's smaller. We'll see. I mean, she's got a nice little belly on her. She's nice and chunky. But she's kind of a scaredy cat. You a scaredy cat? Yes. A little bit of a scaredy cat. She has grown quite a bit since being with us. About 20% of her body weight in the past year and a half. So that was pretty good. And let's see, last but not least is Nana. Hi, Nana. Nana is another big girl. She's also got a little bit of shed going on here. Nana's tame once you get her in your hand, but getting her out of the cage, oh Lord almighty. She just thinks you're coming to eat her. But then as soon as you get her, you know, out and you're holding her, she's like totally chill. A lot of them are like that, actually. We named her Nana because it was short for banana, because right before she sheds, she looks really, really yellow. But she just shed like a month or two ago, about a month ago. You can still see a little bit of remainder. So there's no yellow left, but she gets a little yellow when her shed's real thick. You can kind of see some of that yellow here. It really gets pronounced certain times of the year. But anyway, this is Nana. So she's another breeding female that we'll have for next year as well. You can't trace it. So that's our Egyptians. We've got 8, and it's a 3 to 5 ratio. So we're pretty excited for next year, and we're hoping for a lot of good fertility and good success. So we're setting up for brumation now. They will all brumate, nice cold winter. I'm also, while I have them out, they're gonna get weighed in. They're gonna get their cages cleaned, super clean. That's the other thing, is this time of year we keep their cages super clean, because you never know when one of them is just going to go to brumate and then they're down for 5 months. So keep their cages super clean. Start setting the timers back a little bit each week. Sundays is our day to set the timer back. And hopefully they'll have a nice brumation and a nice, healthy, fertile spring. And hopefully next year you guys will be seeing us post some Egyptian babies. Bye, y'all. Hi, guys. How you doing? So we're back, cage is clean. You've met our Egyptians now. I've just put Big Girl back in her cage, in her enclosure. I have, if you can see here, I've put some treats, some bee pollen, and some fresh rose petals, fresh picked rose petals here. She loves this. She's a little spooked right now because I had her outside in a bin doing a video. She's very tame normally, bringing her out of the cage, but being outside really is just a big freak out. So we actually only do this once a year, where we bring them out and weigh them and bring them outside like that, do picture, you know, that kind of thing. So she'll come back out. She'll get a little treat of her bee pollen, her rose petals. But thank you so much for joining us. Please comment below what species you want to highlight next. What species are your favorite? Do you own an Egyptian? If you have an Egyptian, do you think they are really dirty like I do? They take a long time to get their cage clean. They are the biggest cages we have. They're all single housed, so there's a lot more cages and a lot of sweaty work that goes into getting the Egyptians cleaned. We normally do all of our Egyptian cleanings one day, and then the rest get cleaned another day, because you literally just can't fit it all in one day because the Egyptians take so long. But it is definitely one of our top species that we love so much, and we just can't wait for the future. So comment below, subscribe. We thrive on more subscribers would be great. So spread the words, share it. We'll see you around. Take care. Bye.